to be nervous, we're your friends.
We're just really friendly people.
You're just really friendly, okay. My husband's cousin was gonna come, and I was hoping that she would so I could pick on her. And I know Penny from many years ago. And or Suzanne. I won't tell you the stories about Suzanne.
Thanks.
So, when, in the 1970s, late 70s, we lived in Portland, Oregon with our 5 sons. And Portland General Electric had a teaching kitchen kind of like this, so they had people come and do demonstrations. And for some reason, I don't know why, me and a friend decided to go to the turkey one. And since that time, I have used this technique. Well, I had 5 sons, so I used it a lot. I used it a lot. And I have given approximately 50, maybe 55 demonstrations of this. I've done demonstrations in Wyoming, I've done them up in Salmon, I've done demonstrations down in northern Utah. Awesome. Bancroft. In Bancroft, they called me the turkey lady. When we moved out to Bancroft, this lady came up to me in church and she said, "I know you. You're the turkey lady." That was about 1.5 years or 2 years after I'd done the demonstration, so it was either memorable or something.
That was memorable.
Yeah. But like I said, I have found this to be a really helpful thing, and I think that, well, Suzanne was talking about it a little bit earlier before everybody came. People think that they have to buy turkey legs, turkey breasts, turkey wings, all separate. But if you buy a whole turkey, this turkey was $39.
How big was it?
22 pounds, just a little over 22 pounds. And you got the whole ball of wax. You know, you had everything. But a lot of people, and especially younger people, have no clue how to cut their meat. And so I think maybe this is a good time to be teaching it again, and maybe I'll start doing these more often. So this is my second best spread. Okay, this is my stock pot. My other one was really crummy looking, so I bought a new one. No, I'm not turning in the receipt. And so I have here stuff for stock: onions, carrots, celery. If you want, you can put the onion skins in too. And that adds generally a little bit of color and makes them, you know, it just adds a little bit. You're gonna strain it anyway to get your broth. And so a lot of stuff is gonna end up in here, okay? So this is our victim. Today.
That's as good as I think.
And I've already removed the neck and the legs, the neck and the giblets and
So
stuff.
what are you putting in there now?
That-
Oh.
That's the flavor.
Your stock. Okay.
That's for my stock. I'm not gonna put this in them. So I took the giblets and heart out and threw it in the garbage. Oh yeah. Probably for 45 years, I saved them. I cooked the neck and I cooked everything. And you know what? I always forgot it, and it always sat on the stove, and I always threw it out.
If you would've called me, I'd have come and ate every bit of it.
Yeah. Unless I knew my one daughter-in-law was coming.
I love the gizzards.
We have to draw straws for those.
Yeah, we did too. No, I did it. I did the heart. No, I did.
I hate to tell you, but Sniffles beat you all. Cause he went and dug it out, he's our little Shih Tzu dog. He went and dug it out of the garbage. And I walked out in the hall and here he is licking the carpet, the little rug in the hall, and I'm going, what are you doing? And I look and see. Anyway,
I was just like you, exactly like you. Year after year, I did the neck and giblets, and then I wouldn't get around using it. I eventually have to throw it out.
yeah, I don't
Just
know
like
why.
you.
I think I did it that way because my mom did.
Yeah.
Me too.
But after I was in about the 7th grade, 8th grade maybe, I did all the turkey dinners in the family.
Wow. No wonder you're turkey lady.
Yeah.
I didn't say they all turned out nice and juicy.
Did you make, how'd you make gravy? That's what we always used all that stuff for.
Yeah.
The broth,
Just with the drippings.
yeah, cause I just boiled that and then we use that for the.
Yeah. I think probably sometimes I use some of it for it, but
Mhm.
by and large, I just did.
Sorry I'm late. I got caught up in that road construction down there.
Oh, it was,
That's everywhere.
it was terrible coming from Blackfoot, just south of Fort Hall.
It's
It
an asshole.
slowed down way.
Well, they made me go down because I was coming down High Line, pulling. And I had to go down around to out to.
Oh, gosh.
Anyway, it was dumb. I'm sorry to interrupt. Oh my gosh, look at that turkey.
So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take off, as my mother said, the arms.
Okay.
And the easiest way to do this is to cut kind of around it a little bit. And when you do, you'll see tendons,
Yeah.
and
Tendons.
you just cut right through that. You bend it back. I'm sorry for those who don't like bone crushing. And then just cut up.
Just make that look awful slim.
You gotta get a sharp knife.
Yes.
It's the knife.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
you have to have a sharp knife. And if you, I've used lots of different steels and stuff, but I bought this when I started doing wood carving.
Mhm.
This is the best. If you can get a stone, they really are the best at sharpening your knives. Okay, so now we've got a wing, and we're gonna take, and we're gonna spread it out a little bit, and you can feel the joint. And if you can't, you just push it through.
Oh.
Yep.
I had one lady almost pass out when I did. They caught her before she hit the ground, but she was.
I had a vegan take my Chinese cooking class and we boned a chicken and she thought it was the most disgusting thing, but she did the whole thing just so that she knew how.
Knew how to, yeah.
Yeah, but it was like, oh.
My goodness.
So, as I go along, I'll tell you different ways that you can use the different parts. Some you may not have thought of, some you may have come up with some different ones. And I was gonna bring pencils in case any of you was writing notes.
We have pens over there on the counter. There are some.
Okay.
Or watch the video 20 times.
Yeah. Oh. So,
Yeah.
now what do you do with these?
Eat 'em.
Yeah, cook them in.
These
Those are big
roast
buffalo
them.
wings.
You can exactly, how many people buy big turkey drumsticks at the fairs and stuff like that? Find yourself a really good flavorful rub and rub them and just bake them. And they're wonderful. And guess what? You get 2 on every turkey. So I'm gonna.
Do you want some paper towels to wipe that so it's not quite so slick on your board? Oh, sorry.
I think I know you. There's a lot of people I've done that to. Can you tell me your name?
Susie Rupp. But not Susan Rupp.
Okay.
She's cousin.
I know that, Susan.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's the
Didn't
wife.
we do a few things?
She's the wife.
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah, we
She's
know.
a great gal. Okay, so I'm not gonna take the time to do everything with all these pieces, so just,
Here's another hint, is that you're bigger than the turkey. So move the turkey around, cause I remember people in our class doing gymnastics, you know, trying to like lean over the turkey and crawl over the turkey and then you just have to remember you're bigger than the turkey, so you just turn the turkey around.
that's a good thought. So when I get home, I'll put the wingtip in here, and then I most likely will take several parts of this and give it to my son and daughter-in-law, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
Okay, next we're gonna do the legs, and you wanna make sure that you separate the leg good. Now, this turkey has been sitting in the fridge since Sunday night. You want it cold. You want your hands to get cold. Never, ever do this and let the turkey get to room temperature.
Yeah.
Never. It's just too, it's just not worth the risk. It's just not worth the risk. In fact, if I had lived a little bit closer, this one would have been colder than what it is. So now, I'm just gonna push this leg down and separate it so I can see the joint. Now, there's a lot of meat right
Yeah,
here.
there is.
And a lot of people will just cut it off, but if you take your knife and you go around a little bit,
That's my favorite part.
you get a lot more meat on this leg. So you can roast the leg, and this is, just left me. This is plenty for a family of 7. We used to just roast this and have it.
I have a question. When you spatchcock the turkey, is that what you're doing?
When you what?
Spatchcock it?
No.
No,
I
that's
don't
not,
know what
that's
that
when you
is.
take the whole rib cage out, you lay it out flat.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No, this is different. And on the back side,
Oh, wow. I know.
you've got all of this meat.
Oh, you're going clear to the back. I'm glad I did.
Oh, wow.
That's great.
Well, and once you get the skin back from it, you can see where the joints are, you can see
Yeah.
the skeletal structure, so it's easier to follow it.
Yeah.
Just be careful not to cut your fingers.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah, that's a big piece.
that's a lot of meat.
Yeah.
That's a lot of meat. And,
Pieces.
Can you show me how we're gonna separate?
two favorite pieces.
Oh, yeah.
Who said it was?
Yeah.
Who said I was?
I want you to
She's
show
just-
me
she's
how.
just teasing
Oh,
you.
you, Barbara.
So, to separate them, look for the fat line. See that fat line?
Mm-hmm.
That's where you cut through.
Oh. in front of.
I'll get you some.
Get you started. And Martinville boys were always strong. Oh,
There you go.
it's not gonna be as pretty as I want it.
That's okay.
And always will find those little. Okay, now, if you want to take the turkey leg and just cut around here, you will find all of those bony and tendony pieces, and you can just pull them out. Just cut around here and grab them. I have used pliers.
No, pliers are best.
I have my own set of tools. David doesn't get to touch them for anything. But this again, there's two legs. If you have 3 or 4 people and you want to do it like the fair leg, turkey legs, do it. You can deep fry them, you can bake them, you could steam them, you could cook them in water and then just pull the meat off and use it for, with a nice white sauce with mushrooms in it, or over rice or noodles.
Yeah.
Makes it really, really tasty. Now this,
That's the worst part of the turkey leg is those bony things.
I just follow right along the bone.
I'm curious how many people like the white meat versus the dark meats.
And I like the dark.
I like the dark.
I like the dark.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Most people like
I
the dark.
know.
I like the white.
I like the white.
And they're primarily raising turkeys now. I mean, the reason that they're so big is because they want that breast meat.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're
They
serving it.
specifically bred
Yeah.
them so.
Where wild turkey never has the breast structure that,
Yeah.
No, the ones that run
through my yard don't.
no. That's
Um,
true.
In fact, we had a bunch of turkeys.
So you're just cutting around the bone.
I'm just cutting around the bone. I'm not doing a very good job of it. but
I see.
You just wanna cut this bone out. Try not to cut towards yourself. It's not totally good.
What is that noise?
They're doing some construction.
Jackhammer.
It's that jackhammer they're working over there on the road.
Oh, I can't figure out what they're doing all that noise. It's a woodpecker.
Bad timing.
How's that? So this is going in the stock pot too. Now this is a pretty hefty chunk of meat. A lot of times I would take and just butterfly a little bit.
Look at that.
She's
She
laying
makes it
her-
look so simple.
To make it flat.
She's butterfly.
But yeah, butterfly, and that's what it's called.
Like that.
Oh, wow.
Make some turkey stuffing. Stuff this, roll it up, tie it, or use skewers or whatever to secure it. Bake it. You can put any kind of seasoning on it.
Someday I'm gonna figure this out. Okay, so she just butterflied that whole thigh.
And then you just roll it up.
Holy cow.
Skewer it and bake it.
So you never
Secure
skin
it.
it, do you? You never skin it?
I wouldn't because the skin
keeps it
adds
moist.
so much flavor and it keeps the meat moisture, and the
Yeah.
dark meat, being dark meat, is gonna be drier to start with.
Yeah.
So,
That's what I was thinking.
um, So I just do that.
Look at the meat on that.
And when you're slicing it after it's cooked and, you know, been nicely dressed and everything, it looks really cool.
Yeah, it does.
You know,
It's spiral.
hey, we're eating pinwheels for dinner. Okay. Now I'm just gonna, this guy was lopsided.
It's a great big turkey. It is, it's a big bird.
You wanna buy,
How many pounds was your turkey?
This is a little over 22 pounds. Okay, let's talk economy here. This turkey was was $39 and a few cents. The carcass on a 15-pound turkey, or 12 to 15-pound turkey, is only about 6 ounces less than a 20 or 25-pound turkey. So if you figure that out, your meat is much cheaper.
yeah, get a bigger,
Get bigger, and I've gone to the back during Thanksgiving time, and just said, I know you've got a 25-pounder back there, and I would like to have it. Because they do
18.
save some back,
Yeah.
Well,
at least they used
can
to.
I say something too? If you're gonna buy that big of a bird and your family's smaller, when you do the thawing out to butcher it like she's doing, make sure that the meat still has ice crystals in it.
Yes.
Then it can be refrozen. As long as it's got ice
Yep.
crystals in it, it's okay to refreeze it.
Yeah,
You can thaw it and refreeze it.
Yeah.
If it's got ice crystals, then you can't.
Yep.
So you could just cut it in half or quarters or however you want to do and refreeze
Um,
those pieces.
And a lot of people use gloves when it's that frozen. I never have. Just gonna add that to there. So there again, you have another, containers. Okay, does anybody else think these are entirely useless?
But everybody goes, yay, the button's up, whether you
It's
want
like,
one or not.
that button is gonna come up when that plastic melts, and it has
Is that very
nothing to do with the
accurate?
turkey.
Is it very accurate?
No,
I was gonna say, I don't trust it, I use a meat thermometer.
yeah, and I think you're always smart to use a meat thermometer.
I have a question. What if you take the whole turkey like this, and you make your stuffing, and you stuff it, and then you bake it? Then can you still kind of cut up, just like you're showing us?
You can, but you wouldn't be able to do the thighs the same,
So you usually cut your turkey up before you cook it?
not for Thanksgiving.
This is just a turkey.
Thanksgiving and Christmas,
You do a Thanksgiving turkey.
I do a Thanksgiving too.
This one's to serve many meals.
Okay, so, now we're gonna go right through the rib cage.
My son will take an electric knife to carve.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know we deboned it before.
You can, the spatchcock, you place it on the plate so it cooks it.
And generally on this, if you just gauge where the joint is up here, you can see the bone, and generally, if you just cut, you will be able to go right through. Okay, those of you who do not like cracking bones need to close your ears. And you can see there's still
Oh, yeah.
ice crystals in here.
But to refreeze it, the meat has to have ice crystals in it, not just the crystals that are in the
Right,
cap.
right.
It's all right if I keep cutting your head off.
As long as you don't put it in the pot.
I didn't hear anything crack, but
You didn't?
I'm videoing the turkey more.
Like I said, my hands just don't work like they used to. Anybody else experience that?
Chinese knife.
Yeah, that's what I need. Well, I'll be dipped.
It's kinda like cutting up a chicken, but you got more options with that much meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You know, and the back, you can either, throw it in your stock pot, or, believe it or not, there's a lot of meat on that back.
It's too long cut, let's down by the hips.
Yep. And I tried to cut out most of that with the legs. Did you catch that? Okay, so I'm gonna put it in the stock pot for now.
Okay.
Because it'll be easier to transport him that way. So, now we have just the turkey breast. This is actually my favorite part. And this is the part my kids like the best. Because we used to barbecue. Yes. And if you follow the sternum down, and then follow the wishbone down. I'm not gonna guarantee, this one's really lopsided, so I'm not gonna guarantee how pretty it is, but.
If your knife's good and sharp, you can feel that whole thing all the way down, you don't have to fight with it.
Yep. And just kind of cut a little notch around that last joint. That's there. And then you can just peel it off. And like I said, my hands aren't as steady as they used to be.
Look at how much meat there is there. Holy cow.
Now you have a turkey breast.
So from here, you can, of course, just roast the turkey breast, which is what's gonna happen to this half when I go home. My husband's in the hospital, and I figure I can live on turkey sandwiches a few days. But you want to take out the
Is that a
tenderloin.
wishbone? No, that's not.
Nope.
Still good.
This is the tenderloin. So if you buy turkeys and buy the tenderloins, this is what you're getting. This part is super excellent for stir fry and stuff like that. But who wants that ugly tendon there?
Did you bring your pliers?
Nope.
It's kind of like a vein.
So you just grab that tenderloin or that tendon and just scrape right alongside it. Can you see?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
just peel it off.
And then when you get to a certain point, it'll just peel off and just turn it over.
It goes all the way down, huh?
Yep.
That goes in the pot, stock pot, stock pot.
It does. But the paper towel will not.
Yeah, no. No, it needs a fiber.
But really, the tenderloins are so good
yeah.
for just cutting in medallions and stir frying. I have even just cut them in medallions and just fried them and let the kids dip them like chicken nuggets. You know, so it's a good piece of meat. Now, with the tenderloin gone, it's better to do this next part if you leave the tenderloin in, okay? But now we're just gonna take, and I'm just gonna cut a little bit, not all the way through. And then the second cut is gonna go all the way through. So these cutlets are excellent barbecued. And in your handouts, there's some marinades. The very last page is a page out of my cookbook, and it's got, you got bonus recipes on it that don't have
Yay.
anything to do with turkey.
Thank you.
Anyway, there's a couple of the Norbest marinades. They used to do a cute little wing cookbook with lots of different turkey recipes, but I tried to provide you with a variety, some soups, some different things, but I think they've bred the turkeys so that the
Lovely.
So there's a nice cutlet. Marinate it with some ginger and some soy and a little bit of garlic. Yeah, that would be good. And then just grill them or pan fry them. You can bread them and bake them. One of my mom loved, what did they call it? Shake and bake. You know, you can do anything like that. And I help. But the thing that was cool about doing this with when the kids were little is that the pieces were already portioned. The little kids got the end down here. You know, so it was always, they were always portioned, and the boys were really, really excited when they started to get one of the big ones.
Did you have a son named James?
No, but I think the other Green lady that was in our ward when we were in 34th Ward did. She had 5 boys and I had 5 boys. But if you look at the dietary standards, that really is 2 servings. A serving of meat should be about the size of a deck of cards. Maybe just a little bit more. But I don't know. I did this for, I don't know how many times I've done this. And the kids always love this part the best. So we always ate the dark meat first.
Yeah.
But does anybody have any questions? That's pretty much,
That's great.
you can do it. There's just so many things you can do when the meat is not on the bone. And like, I mean, these cutlets, if you didn't want to do cutlets,
Let's just give it finger steaks out of them too.
yeah, absolutely. You should do this.
I'm sorry, so I don't want to keep my mouth shut.
I appreciate it.
She used to do this for a living.
Oh, did she?
Yes. That's how they do it.
So I'm sure you're going,
No, I never did a turkey. I did chickens. Every morning I would have to cut up 4 whole chickens so I could fry them in the deep fryer at Milo's for the deli.
oh, at Vilas? Oh, cool. So, I mean,
Pretty.
there's just so many different things, so many different ways that you can cook this meat. You could strip it and batter and deep fry it, chicken fry, turkey fries. There's just so many different things that you can do other than roasting a turkey. And I think in particular in the United States and Canada, we've all kind of gotten to the point where we say, well, the only kind of turkey you can eat is Thanksgiving turkey, or, you know, but by doing it this way, the amount of broth that you can get from this turkey, you can get 15 quarts probably.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I put 2 onions in, 3 carrots, and just the really leafy section of the celery is what I put in.
So what do you put in there besides water now?
Water, salt and pepper if you want.
Did you put like poultry seasoning or any seasoning in with it?
I don't,
Okay.
because I use it in
For everything.
in different,
Okay.
yeah. But it's,
And then you strain it.
and then just strain it. Just put a cheesecloth, or heaven forbid, one of the white
Dish towel.
dish towels. Freshly cleaned, of course.
Yes. No fabric softener, just wash.
No fabric softener, that's a really good one.
No damage.
No fabric softener. And put it in your colander and just put it in and just let it stream through. The carrots will be cooked. The celery will be cooked. I never have rescued them and eaten them later, you know, after I used them for broth.
Just used them for broth.
Yeah, I
You
just
could.
used them for the broth.
Could eat them.
You could, you
I just run it through a blender, all the
Yeah.
veggies, I
Oh.
just run it through a blender and add it
Yeah.
back to the stock. It's not clear, but
Oh.
it's if you're gonna cook rice with it or
Oh.
whatever, yeah, yeah.
What a great idea.
Good idea.
That's a great idea.
Why not throw your neck and your giblets in the stock pot too?
I usually do.
Yeah.
I usually do.
So this might be a dumb question, but what is, so you hear about bone broth?
Mhm.
So when you cook your carcass in there like that, is that considered a bone broth?
It would be. Most of the time when people talk about bone broth, they're talking about beef bone broth.
So is that where the collagen comes out of the bone?
The
Is
marrow.
that what?
It's,
I'm finding that, I don't know, back in the old days, whenever they cooked meats and stuff, they always cooked the carcass, and I mean, my grandmother used to, and I remember her always cooking the carcass and it would come out jelly, so that's the collagen, right, that's
Yeah.
coming out, is that, so that would be considered as a bone broth,
Yes.
basically, right?
yeah,
And you can get it with chicken and turkey broth too.
yeah.
Yeah, with any kind of meat you could do it. I know that they said that, the collagen levels in our bodies are really low this time of year, and I think it's because a lot of the newer generation, the women just don't cook carcasses like they used to anymore.
I have to,
I think our health has gone down a lot
Yeah.
because we're just not going back to the basics and,
but I have
cooking.
to differ. We would eat the turkey after Thanksgiving, and my mom would cook that horrible carcass.
I did,
And
I said,
make
I
soup.
did.
And she wasn't the best soup maker to
Oh.
start with. So there's always little bits of bone and
Oh,
stuff
no.
in it, so it's like,
Oh.
no, Mom. But you're right. I actually have a granddaughter who has osteogenesis imperfecta, which is a genetic defect in the collagen in the body. And I never had thought of that before.
Well, no,
But
it just
it's-
seems like our
it's
health has just
interesting.
gone down so much through the years, but if you look at how we as women are cooking anymore, I don't know, I'm not speaking for all of us, but I think we get busy with our lives and we cut corners, and I think it's taking us healthy, down an unhealthy path. Because there's a reason, I mean, I don't know, I look at my grandmother, who, you know, my gosh, she raised 7 boys by herself, and she was a tough woman. And she raised did a farm on her own, but it's like, I look at me now and I thought, gosh, if I just had the strength that she had. But then I looked at the cooking methods and stuff they used back then.
I think that's
That
really.
it makes a
valid
lot of
point.
difference. We're just kind of a lazy generation anymore. We just get caught up with so many things that,
Fast food.
I think
We
we're,
want everything fast.
yeah.
We want everything fast.
You must be able to tolerate cold, because this whole time you've been in that cold meat, and you've never once rinsed your hands, got warm. Are you freezing?
I actually am roasted. I asked if it had gotten hotter. She says, no, it's still 70 degrees. I'm like, oh, I'm tired.
That's a lot of work.
I was just gonna say, the trick with any breast meat is to not overcook it.
Right.
If you
Yeah.
cook it 1 minute too long,
It's dry.
turns
Yeah.
It
into
dries out.
jerky.
Shoe leather.
So when you got them that thin,
Yep.
yeah, don't think you have to fry it for half an hour.
Oh, heavens.
I mean, it, seriously,
Just a couple of minutes on each side.
yeah, it's
Let them all start
amazing.
to grill and stuff like that. You know, you remind me, a little diversion, but my husband taught at ISU, taught electronics at ISU for many years. And one of his students went up to Intel, and David did a back to industry thing with Intel every summer, and so he kept in touch with this kid, right? And he was from Alaska. So Randy called and he said, hey, why don't you guys all come over? He knew that we had all the boys with us that time. Why don't you guys just come over and we'll have some salmon, some fresh salmon. And it's like, where are you gonna get fresh salmon? He said, don't worry about that. I'll take care of that. His dad got up early, went out, caught a salmon,
Oh my gosh.
shipped it in dry ice down to Lower Oregon, and he cut it up and cooked it. So he walks in with a pan like this full of these beautiful
Oh my gosh.
salmon steaks.
Ugh.
Oh my gosh. He said, oh, I can't believe it. I left that on 30 seconds too long.
Exactly.
It makes the
It's
difference.
Makes a
cat
difference.
food.
It makes the
It's
I
difference.
said, meow, but he literally would not let us eat it because it was overdone.
Oh my
word.
Oh, I'd have
Wow.
sneaked a piece anyway.
Oh, don't worry, we took some home. His wife was a good friend.
Wow.
But, you know, and then he went and cooked more salmon. And,
Oh my word.
oh my gosh, it just melted me. He says, that is how salmon's supposed to
Exactly.
be.
So if you want a really nice roast turkey, and you don't wanna cook it too long, you put it in the oven, do you use a meat thermometer, and you go to what, 165, what is it, or something like
I
that?
think so.
Yeah.
And then it's done, and
Done.
you just take it out.
But where you stick the thermometer makes a big difference.
Where would you, okay, tell us
In the
where to stick
middle.
You wanna stick it in the thickest
Thickest,
meat.
yeah.
it, in the breast.
Away from the bones. 'cause
Away
you
from-
don't
yeah,
want to taste the
don't-
bone.
If your meat thermometer hits the bone, it's gonna take the temperature of the bone.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
it's the
you want
meat.
it right on the
Whenever it
biggest part.
touches, so the thickest part, and a lot of people, have said to use the thigh,
Definitely, takes longer,
because it takes longer to cook
More
and
dense.
stuff.
but your breast will cook more too,
Yeah.
so,
That, I think that's part of the reason why so often they say, let it rest,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it
you
keeps
finish,
cooking
finishes
after
cooking, yeah.
After
you take it out. And the juices also have a chance to set.
Yeah.
And so when you poke it and cut it right out of the oven, you're gonna lose all your juices.
Exactly.
You should let it rest.
You should let it rest.
Cover it with something, a clean tea towel or the lid to your roaster pan. Just
Yeah.
set it ajar a little bit so that it doesn't steam in there, continue
Yeah.
to steam, but yeah, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
What about the service thermometers ones like a little gun.
I've never seen that used for meat. Maybe they have them now, I've never seen it used for meat, Paul. I would,
People use it. People use them for meat, but
do they?
I don't know.
What kind is it, I'm sorry?
Those gun ones.
The guns.
Oh,
The
no,
infrared.
Yeah, you know, that would be interesting to test out one time and use a meat thermometer and one of those to see which one, what the difference is
If they're
between
close to,
them.
Also, what about, I've heard to make your roast turkey juicy, roast it upside down, is that just a fallacy, or is that real? But that you roast it upside down, and then when you turn it back over, it's not, the skin isn't brown,
Yeah.
it doesn't look pretty,
And you put it into a broiler.
Yeah.
and then just broil the skin.
just broil
Do
it.
Yeah.
it upside down? Yeah, I cook mine upside down all the time.
So you do
Because it
think
does-
that
the
works?
breast is a lot more moist because it's in that liquid all the time. And when it's done, take it out carefully. You have to turn, I don't stuff my bird with stuffing, I do it on the side, or to the side. And then you turn it upside down, make sure you're on the bottom shelf, your rack's on the bottom shelf, turn your broiler on, slide it back in and stand there and watch it, because it'll, in a matter of 10, 15 seconds, it can be golden brown to charred black. And just brown up the skin.
So that's not a fallacy, to turn your turkey upside down, cause I've tried that and I thought, I don't really know if it's any better than when I roast it upside right, I don't know.
I never thought of
I did like that.
So you see recipes for low and slow, and then you see recipes, at our house, we cook it at 450 because it cooks it faster and the breast stays moist. To me, when you cook it low and slow, then your breast just gets cooked for an hour.
You should put it in at 5 or 6 in 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
So you do it fast at a high temperature?
Yeah, look
Like
up-
450?
Yeah, look up a high temperature recipe
Do you
and,
leave them
Wow.
rest up or turning them upside down?
Breast up.
You just leave them rest up?
yeah, or down, I
And-
mean,
And it's juicy, the meat's
yeah,
juicy, not
because it
right out.
cooks quick.
Wow.
Anyway, it takes a little expertise and a meat thermometer.
Do
Okay.
you use a turkey bag?
I don't,
I do.
but that would be,
I have.
yeah,
That's kind of what I do.
I've
It
used,
keeps your juice
and
in
there were
there.
times